quote unquote, you said, I'm a realist and I know I ain't getting much better than that. Meaning that that was pretty much the best season of your career and it already had happened. Yet, this year, you've had a better season. What do you attribute that success to?
This guy.
Stop.
And, I mean, the coaches, AC, Timmy Hires, Barquette, Rags, just all the coaches, the coaching staff, and came in and gave me a new perspective on everything, gave me some confidence. Like I said, this guy, he keeps me in line every day. I'm kind of stressing here and there, and he just finds a way to calm me down and tell me to go out and play. And so it's like every day I have a new perspective on what I need to do, according to who's pitching or the situation of games.
JD, how do you find a way to communicate with him about, hey, listen, this is just a game, or on the approach side to make him better?
I think it's easy with him. He's a guy that's very, obviously we know talented, but very hungry for information. He's always asking questions, always wanting to know, whatever game plan is, why are we looking for this? Why is this? Why is that? And it makes it really easy to relate to him because it kind of reminds me of myself, and the way that I look at hitting and the way that I study it. And, I kind of have all this information that I've accumulated, and he's a guy that's always asking for it, and it's just easy to relate with him when it comes to that.
I remember sharing the same uniform with you in 2013, and one time we had a conversation in the hallway, and it was about, what do you think? Should I make the adjustment? Should I change my approach of hitting from what you were once to what you are now? I think a lot has to do with knowing that you belong more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
You lead the league in home runs in the first half. What's that journey been since that moment, pretty much that I spoke to you, to who you are now as a player?
It was tiring, exciting, humbling, a blessing. It's been, I feel like all of it. There's times where it's like, dude, it's a grind. You're making all these changes and you're doing these things that feel so new, that things you haven't done and you've never even thought of to do. And all of a sudden you're asked to make the changes and to make them fairly quickly, at the level that we were at, at the major league level. But I think just, seeing the reward side of it and being rewarded because of it, with the performance and stuff like that, made it so much easier, and it's made it so much more, where I fell in love with it. And it's just one of those things that every day keeps growing. Every day it's something that I got to continue to work on, continue to grind. And, that's why I feel like I am who I am, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take a day for granted. I try to, stay on top of it every single day and continue to work hard on it.
Granted, JD is a new addition to this team this year, but apart from JD, what do you see as the difference, man, in this lineup, in this team from last year? I know there's a lot more power, but how has all this come about?
I think as a team we have like a whole new outlook. We all kind of have a game plan, and we all kind of use that game plan to our advantage. I mean, he's affected more people than he actually knows, and I think 1 through 9 can take something from him and the, our other hitting guys, Hires and Barquette, and kind of implement it into their games. And whether it's a small change or a big change, we know what the approach is against different guys, and I think you kind of see that throughout the whole lineup. We're all kind of hitting the same, and we're going about having the same at bats. I mean, we just wear down pitchers because we're fouling off pitches and waiting for something good, and then when we get something good, we know we're making, solid contact, driving the ball, and we're not just hitting a bunch of little singles. We're driving the ball all over the field, and then when we need to take our singles, we'll just grind out 4 or 5 singles in a row and run the bases right. So I think it's just one of those things where it's just one unit and we're all just plugging forward.